7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Like 80. Check back 47. Got a staying situation. Let's go.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check, 47. You're not ready. You're not ready. 47. Hey. Mike, 47. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Ready? 230. Stay with your man. Work. Tight go.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
8. Mike's 47. Hey, Mike's 7. Take 2 of them. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
57. What we got?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, Conner plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Go! 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look basic.
Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up... Fourth.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Jones. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Kill. Switch. Check safety. Jim, hey, Sam off. Big ass.
Go. They'll run on 1st down. Foreman And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Haywood! Mike 50, get it!
Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught by Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Got it? Hey, 50. 50's a Mike. 50's a Mike. Bam. Hey, Echo. Check three. Ready?
On first down, Foreman. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Steelers' 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
50. Oh, you got deep? Check 50.
On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Go now. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie. Get him. Slam. 25. Check 25. Switch.
A carry for Foreman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ready? 50, plant. 50, Mike 50, huh? Here we go, D. Get off the field. Sit. Watch out. Look at me. Go. Fight.
They'll run on first down. Foreman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo. Hey, lock it. Let's go smooth. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Watch it.
On 2nd down, Foreman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check your hot read.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rosas' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Take 2 of them. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 9, check 9. Bravo.
Here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll go with Foreman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Jones keeps it himself. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, it's Turner, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Twist. Shift. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 26. Watch twist. Twist. 80 weapons. Mike, 55. Right there.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, alert.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Counter. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, dude. 57. Watch the run. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. 47 miles.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
47 is the mic. No spacing. Let's put him on the bunches. Let's put that team on the bunches. Me too. Mike's 47. I smell fear. Middle. I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Steelers 10.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Check. Check out.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Show that best release and go. 47's a mark, boy. 47. Check. 47. I don't think you got it, son.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Jones to throw again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Alert. Check nickel. Check. Focus. Lucky. Watch twitch. Watch. Big. Switch.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. Alert 3.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rock it. Say. Look. Squeeze. Hey, Charlie. Switch it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey. Shoot.
Now Foreman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Jones will sneak it, and Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Leo.
On first down. Foreman. He's got daylight past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Jones now operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 50. Good. 59. Record. Kill. 36. 32. Motion.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to walk one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. Take both of them.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Set. Like 20. Let's go, D. How you get on the head? 22, 44. Middle. 59. Mike, 59. Watch the pass. Team 6. 59.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let's get off the field, D. He's coming. Double. Easy. He's coming. Double up. Hey. Motion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Here we go. Hey, box truck. 47 Mike, 47.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, stay off now.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Delta. You got time. Go.
Again, it's Foreman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Set up. 10 Lobo. Go. 90 is the mic. Quick get it.
Jones on 3rd and 2. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, I-7. 26 Mike. Here we go. 26 Mike.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, lock it. No.
They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Big dance. Come. Check 37.
Here's Foreman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Tighten up. Go out. Kill. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Foreman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
So don't say nothing. Switch. Easy. Jim. Big ass. Quarter.
They'll run here with counter. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And this is one of those bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Steelers' first down.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Connor. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Black 20.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball.